So here we have your eggs. You're gonna have some milk, your butter. I have my dry mix set up in a bowl and a strainer here, your utensils, and your hand mixer. Now we're gonna sift our dry mix. You wanna make sure you get it nice and airy. You wanna make sure that all of the little clumps are smushed through. That's probably not the accurate word, but howsoever, moving on. So now you want to make sure everything's mixed in evenly. And we are going to start working on our wet ingredients. I just throw my eggs right there in that milk and whisk it up really good so that it's nice and incorporated. And that way you don't have to worry about over mixing your batter. And then you want to go ahead and add your butter, which this recipe calls for half of a cup. So we're just going to half it and throw it right in there. And as always, making sure that your butter is room temp because you want it to work into your batter easily. So now we've added our wet ingredients and we're gonna get to mixing. So you wanna start slow, maybe on your lowest speed, just to get your wet and dry incorporated and you don't make a huge mess. And you wanna mix until everything's incorporated and your batter is nice and light and airy. And we're going to go ahead and preheat our oven to 335 degrees Fahrenheit. And while that's preheating, we're going to fill our aluminum cups. I love these cups because they make it so easy to bake without a pan. They hold up really well. You don't have to worry about the paper sticking to the cake, or you don't have to worry about it getting all greasy at the bottom sometimes. So I use a medium ice cream scoop to get my batter into the cups. You can also use 2 spoons as an alternative, but I find that this is the perfect amount of batter. And nobody likes to have overfilled cupcakes. I am also somebody who is not a fan of wasting, so we are going to scrape that bowl and make sure we get every little bit of batter in there, because why throw away a whole entire cupcake? Like, that's a whole nother cupcake right there. And I also like to make sure that they're all evenly filled, and it's about a third of the way up. Set your timer at about 24 minutes and get these guys in the oven. I set it at 24 minutes, but I still check them partly through just to make sure. So when you're checking them, you want to make sure they got some nice bounce at the top. You want them to bounce back, and you want to dip in your stick or a knife and make sure it comes out clean. You don't want to see any cake crumbs or particles. And it looks like these guys are ready. Looking good. Nice round tops, filled almost all the way up. Now you're going to use your included stick to make some holes so your libations have somewhere to go when you're soaking your cakes. These are strawberries and champagne, so I have a strawberry mixture here with champagne and a little strawberry vodka. I also put a little strawberry margarita mix.